What is in the contract? Fifth Harmony? Where are y'all ladies at? Welcome to Appalled, a place to hear commentary on music and pop culture topics. Today I wanted to discuss Fifth Harmony and why we haven't heard from any of the members. And what I mean by heard from them, we have not seen any albums from any of the remaining members of Fifth Harmony since they dropped their last album together. So in case y'all don't know, Fifth Harmony was a girl group that was formed on the X Factor. Ali, Normani, Dinah, Lauren, and Camilla were all chosen. They won that season, and they went on to produce 3 albums together. By the end of their second album, bandmate Camilla had left because what it seemed like was they were basically using Fifth Harmony to like prop up Camilla. They put her in the middle all the time. One of the judges, while they were on the show, said that Camilla was the star. So it was like they were putting that out there from jump that they wanted Camilla to basically be like a Beyonce type. And I guess in some kind of way she did. I mean, I'm not sure how her career is now because I don't really follow Camilla. I mean, her solo projects haven't really touched me. But her departure from the group did cripple Fifth Harmony. They released one more album after Camilla left, and it kind of seemed like there was no like love from the label to really push this project out there because there were a lot of good songs on that last album. But after that, they dropped the album. I think around 2018, the group went on a quote unquote hiatus, permanent hiatus, indefinite hiatus, whatever. They broke up for a while. That was back in 2018. It is currently 2021, and none of these women have released an album yet. None of them. Let's go down the list. Let's start with Ali. Ali has been busy. She had a song called Low Key that came out in 2019. She competed on Dancing with the Stars. And she released a book last October called Finding Your Harmony. So she's been, staying busy. But when we go down to her discography and seeing any albums, there ain't any. There aren't any. I don't see any. Yeah, she does not have any albums out. She has a bunch of singles out, but no albums. Dinah Jane. I guess she had an EP called Dinah Jane 1. Okay. I mean, she's had a couple singles as well, but like nothing that really stuck, and no album. Ms. Lauren Haregi. I love her. And I've definitely been waiting to hear her solo music. But she's another one who hasn't had an album out either. Now, what I do know is that she recently dropped a project. I think it's the EP. Yep, it's the EP. She released the EP called Prelude, which came out in November. Actually, it came out today. November 5th. Okay. I need to go listen to that. But, yeah, she released an EP, not an album. So we're going to move on from her to Normani. And I mean, I would say out of the 4 girls, Normani has been the only one who has really stayed in the public eye. Other artists have been really supporting her. Megan and Cardi and Rihanna and other people have really just been keeping her name alive until she, they really debuts. She had Motivation, which did really well. No follow-up to that. Wild Side was released. It's looking like no follow-up to that either. She didn't even perform Wild Side anywhere. And it almost had me thinking, why even... I can't even say why release it, because she still needs to maintain relevancy. So this single would have served as a way of her maintaining her relevancy, and she had Cardi on it. But no album. And I think she did an interview in August, June, one of the two, that said she had an album coming out at the end of the year, and here it is, the end of the year, and not a second single was released, not a third single, no performances has been released at all. I mean, she's been in the Savage Fenty shows year after year, and she was on Legendary as a guest judge, but still no album. And but what I can say is like all four women have been like consecutively releasing singles throughout the year, trying to keep their name alive. But it goes back to like my original thought of like, what is in your contract? Because why has it been 3 years since the band has been disbanded and no one has released an album? Like none of y'all. What's going on? Are y'all not allowed to release an album? Do y'all need like six? What kind of? Because I know they re-signed the contract. What were the details? Because I was a hyper fan of Fifth Harmony, and it's just kind of sad to see where their career is at this moment. I mean, I feel bad for Normani because Normani's relevant, but like she hasn't really been able to give us the Normani experience of the kind of artist that she really wants to be. It almost feels like something is holding her back or someone. Yeah, label looking at you. Same thing with Lauren too. Like Lauren, like a couple years ago, released 50 Feet and Lento, and like I loved both of those songs. It felt like she was coming too, and I just know that Lauren, once she's out there, is going to be top tier. But no album, and it's like, why? I think she re-signed with a different label too, because I think all the girls signed either management deals or contracts outside of their group. But like I just mentioned, none of these girls have albums out, and it's kind of like, why don't they have an album out? It's such a shame too that none of them have music out, because while they were in Fifth Harmony, we were never really able to really hear their voices. And we can hear it solo, like their voices, how their sound is, where they want to go. And I just can't wait for that to be like a full show, a full tour, just a full discography, a videography. I want to see what these girls can do. Because, man, I'm telling you, work from home, flex, like, their whole everything had my life going for a good minute. And, if we want to bring up Camilla real quick, she left the group to do what? I mean, her fame hasn't really risen. Personally, it seems like I feel that she got with Shawn Mendes just to maintain relevancy. Because if she wasn't with him, I mean, granted, do people care about her on her own? I don't know. Do they care about her with him? I don't know. But it's like, for her to go solo, I really would have thought that she would have done so much more. Like, I thought she was going to be like this pop star, because it took her from a really successful girl group to go solo. And yet, like, where was the return on investment? At the time, before she went solo, she had the song with Shawn Mendes. She had a song with MGK. They both did really well, but she was featured on there. It wasn't like a solo track. And I feel like that kind of helped her with wanting to go solo. But it's like, if the label wanted to take Camilla and make her this pop superstar, why didn't they continue to have her in like dance classes with like hard choreography? Why wasn't she like making songs that were similar to the songs that they were making while she was in Fifth Harmony, which were giving them hits? When she first came out, Camilla that is, she was just releasing a bunch of songs that felt like she was just throwing stuff at the wall and was seeing what stuck. Crying in the Club, that was cute. What she had another song that came out, and then she released Oh My God with Quavo and Havana took off, and she was milking that song until she couldn't milk it no longer. But it's like, You spawned no other hits from either of your albums, except for the Senorita song, and clearly that's what Shawn Mendes on it. So their little fan base were able to help that, along with speculation of their relationship. But it's like, what was it worth it? Like, labels. Was it worth Camila leaving Fifth Harmony to do what? To do what? I mean, she left the group at the height of their success. Like, that just doesn't even sound like a good business deal, but whatever. Drop your opinions in the comments, like, subscribe. Let me know. Does anyone have any information on their contract? Does anybody know what's going on? Because I don't want it to be the year 2029 and we still haven't heard any solo music. Meanwhile, Normani's still around here dropping features and stuff. And what's going on? I don't know. Let me know. Talk to you guys later.